A few years ago, I was sitting in the office of a CEO, beautiful office in the city, beautiful views of Manhattan, a ledge filled with pictures of him and dignitaries and celebrities and politicians. And behind him was a desk filled with deal toys, trophies that happens when you close this transaction, that transaction. And amongst the sort of the array of all these fancy little trophies was a small glass case with an ugly tie, like a really ugly tie, and a picture of a boy. So I'm like going out of my mind. He's talking. I'm not even paying attention. I'm like, what's that tie doing there? Like the whole time. I'm like, what's going on? It doesn't fit. Like, like one of these things do not belong. Remember that growing up? I don't know if you had Sesame Street growing up, but if you did, you remember which of these things is not like the other? Remember that? That's what I felt like. So he's done talking to me about whatever. I even heard a word. I'm like, can I ask you a question? He's like, yeah. Thinking I'm talking about what he said. I'm like, what's with the tie in the glass case? So he looks over and goes, oh, that was the greatest gift I ever got. I said, all right, what does that mean? He said, a few years ago, I turned 50. And my wife, he said, made me a gala bash, right? Rented some beautiful restaurant in the city, invited everybody to come. Everybody came in. They gave me all this fancy stuff and all these beautiful gifts, and it was amazing. At the end of the night, my little 8-year-old comes up to me and with a little box. So I open it, and in it is a really ugly tie. I'm like, whew, how do you think it's ugly? Because I thought like it was me. And I look at it and I'm like, well, what's this? So he said, it's your birthday present, Daddy. He goes, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I heard that you needed a tie. And he probably overheard his father speak to someone thinking like, oh my God, I need a tie. So I went shopping with mommy and I bought the tie. And like his wife's like, he picked it out. He's like, he's like, yeah, I could tell. So he goes, well, how did you pay for it? He goes, it's okay. Mommy gave me your credit card. So I walked out and like, all I'm thinking about is the story because it's so good. It's so real. And it speaks to something much deeper than even the tie. In life, there are different types of gifts that we get. Many times we get a gift or we give a gift. It's really not a gift, it's an exchange. I give you something because I want something in return. It could be appreciation. It could be, I want you to like me. It could be, I'm obligated, right? It could be that you're someone that I want to, to have good feelings, whatever it is, right? I give you something and I get something in exchange. I check a box, right? And it's fine. It's fine. God bless. That's what it is. It's an exchange. Something material for something either material or something emotional, but it's really not a gift. It's really an exchange. Then there are gifts that are really tokens of something deeper. I feel something towards you. I like you. I love you. And I don't know how to express my love. So I can say it, but I want to show it. And so I buy you something. And really what this thing is, it's just a case around the feeling. When you get an exchange type gift, you feel it. When you get a token type gift, you feel it. This fancy schmancy guy with all the gifts around him looked over to the one gift that came from his 8-year-old. That was the token of his love and said, it's the greatest gift I ever got. Because you know what? It probably was. This week's Torah portion. We're about to build a Mishkan, a tabernacle. God turns to the Jewish people and says, Vayikhu li truma, take truma from me. Me'es kol ish, from every person, asher yidvene libo, that donates their heart, tichu et trumase. Take truma. God's like, take money from me. The Chassam Sofer asks, what? God needs your money? Wait, God's like what? God's telling the Jewish people, goes, I'd love to build this thing, but like I'm all tapped out from the plagues. Like, I need your money. God needs the money of a bunch of slaves in the desert. God can't have the Mishkan, the tabernacle, descend from heaven perfectly. Like, really, he's got to do a dinner campaign? Get the money from the people? Some source says, no. Look at the words carefully. This is so powerful. Yikhuli truma, take the truma. May ace kolish, from the people, asher yidvenu libo. I don't want just money from people. I don't want an exchange. I don't need your donations. I give you the money. You guys are living on my credit card. Manna from heaven, the water. You just come at it. I need your money? Like, really? You know what I want, God says? Your heart. So here's what I want from you. I want those people that are going to donate tokens. A gift that is the case over something deeper. I want you to donate your heart. It's going to be in the form of money or valuables or something. But yeah, but it's just a tie. I don't care about the tie. I'm God. I care about your heart. Take from the people that are willing to give me them. That's how I want to build our home. And this is from the Chassam Sofer, this insight, who speaks about how, what's it worth to God if you give him things, if it doesn't come with your heart? This is a big lesson in Judaism a lot. Because Judaism asks things from us. It does. It is an active religion. We are doing things all the time for God. Depending on whatever level you are. We're always doing something. Right? Either you're praying, or you're giving charity, or you've got mitzvos, or you're shaking a lulav, or you're sitting in a sukkah, or you're a matzah, whatever the stuff. There's stuff to do. And there may be a feeling that people have, all of us have, which is, I'm doing it in exchange. You need my stuff, God, and I need stuff from you too. Health, happiness, some money, right? It's an exchange. We call this Amazon.God. It's not really a gift. I'm exchanging a physical action that you clearly want and need for something in return. And God goes, that's not what I'm looking for. I'll tell you what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it all right. I mean, you got to try. It could be an ugly tie. But I can feel the difference between when you do things for me because you're expecting from me, and when the action, the physical thing you're giving me, the time, the food, the holiday ritual, whatever it is, you're doing it because it is a case enclosed around a feeling of you love me, you want a relationship with God, you have gratitude for what he gives you, and it would be your honor to give him this little bit of time. We think we have to have the action right. We should be as right as we can. We have to have the intention right. God doesn't look at our hands. He looks at our hearts. And if we want to give God a real gift, it is our hearts, our intentions, that we have to give him, even if we're doing it through physical means. That's the power of giving our daddy a tie that he may not love, but if we do it with our heart, it'll be the greatest gift we can give him.